Hey there, it's Dave from Scribe, and today I'm going to be doing this day one or video one of our new album diary. So I'm going to keep trying to keep you up to date of what's going on and what's happening in the world of Scribe and Volume 2. We'll hopefully have some sort of clips and so forth throughout the next 12 months while we work on the album. So just to give you a kind of an up to speed where we are. So Volume 2 has been started working on for a few months now, on and off. Obviously we've been working on shows, just trying to work on new tracks. We've got members of Scribe are off doing other projects as well, so we've got Scarlet Envy as one of those, so they've been off finishing off the next Scarlet Envy album. You's been off doing on another project, so there's just been a lot going on, so we've not put the effort in to really kind of crank forward with getting the new album written. But we have been working on songs. So the plan for the album is to be another 8-track album. We like the 8. It's a symbol of infinity, so we like that. So 8 tracks will be on the new album, same as on Volume 1. It has got Volume 2, is obviously the title of it, and it will have its own subtitle, like Volume 1 had Myths, Legends and Lore. This will have its own subtitle, which we will come up with before it actually comes out. We have 4 agreed tracks, three that we've pretty much structured out, which are, I've all got working titles, called Red, Bluebeard and Pinocchio. Now these are all working titles. The final titles of these songs will be on whatever they are on the album. We have a 4th track that we've agreed will be the next one to work on, and then we've got around 20 tracks to narrow down to the final 4 and when we say 20 tracks, we've got these 20 ideas that have been kind of thrown out there, which we all just need to sit down, listen to and work out which ones we want to work on next, and they will then be worked out by the end of this year. So our current plan between now, which is start of November and end of December, so end of 2025, is to get the final 4 tracks agreed for the album that we're going to work on, get guide demo tracks done for Red, Bluebeard and Pinocchio, which we're kind of almost there. We've got drums that are all done, just got to get everyone else put theirs down so that vocals can kind of be really tightened down, and then these can be then worked on the studio a little bit more as we go on. But really studio time will be next year, for January, so that we have the next 2 tracks, which will be because that means we've got kind of five more tracks to actually write up into structures, and we'll do 2 tracks in each month. So the idea will be take 2 tracks into January, 2 tracks into February, 2 tracks, and then basically the idea is by the end of April we have all 8 tracks kind of in place. This will then help us kind of start the recording process. Also, it gives us time to take them into the studio, noodle them around a bit, make some changes to them as we've had time to sit on them for a bit, and think about, obviously there's bits of solos are going to have to take time to work on. They don't just come out of thin air, so solo sections have got to be worked on, so might need time on those. And the idea is then we have the November the 15th, 2026, we have a showcase show planned in, headline one, where we'll be putting all 8 tracks live to an audience before the album comes out. So we'll get it's kind of like just, it is a showcase of all brand new material, with a new video show for the back wall, the venue. So we're going to be working all of that in the latter part of next year. We've got an idea for a promotional package. So with Volume 1 we did the wooden CD boxes. We're doing something different. It won't be again, we're not doing a jeweled case. It's not something that really sits in with our presentation. We always like to kind of think outside of the standard CD jeweled case box, if you like. So we do have an idea, or I have an idea of what I'd like to present for the band for album 2, and I have discussed that one with Dan, as I'm going to be getting Dan from the band to help put that together as far as the visuals, and the artwork for it. And again, that's kind of ready. We've got video shoots to do, so again, like with Volume 1, we're planning to do 8 videos. Some of the tracks like Bluebeard are going to be very difficult to do some sort of comprehensive, so we've got some time to try and work those ones up, because doing pirate videos is very tricky. We would probably go down the route like we did with Jack on Volume 1 and do some modern retellings, especially with the element that this is very much about fantasy kind of elements, about the Brothers Grimm tales. So modern retellings will be probably a lot easier in some of these tracks, but we don't know. Obviously, we're waiting to see what the 8 songs are about, because Kim has a whole idea about that. And reality is she's going to sit down as the music comes out. She'll find the vibe of the music and then think about how the song is flowing, how the energy of the song is, and how does that relate to the relevant tale. And then she'll pull that tale across and go, that's the one I'm going to work on. So there's loads of stuff going on there. But I think the main thing for us is just for the next sort of 6 weeks or so, until 6-7 weeks till the end of the year. We just got to listen to some tracks, do a little bit of tracking at home, but we're not planning to go into the studio anymore till probably end of January. Everyone's going to take a bit of personal time away from music, but so we've got a few little bits going on, and obviously get ourselves ready for starting 2026 strong. With the new album, most likely, as obviously because you're at work with PR companies, probably early 2027, maybe end of 2026. We're not really sure. It really depends on where we are with the getting everything completed. The one thing we don't want to do is just rush it out, just for the sake of it. We're going to be running videos out from hopefully at least the first video end of next year, in time for the show, which will probably, I'm going to guess, is going to be Red. Is going to be the first video, and then the rest of it will naturally stagger. So probably these videos will probably come out staggered through to the early part of 2027, with the album launch in midway, probably March 2027, I'm guessing. Well, I'll keep you updated though. So as we work through tracks and stuff, we'll update you with some new Volume 2 diaries. But this is episode 1, Volume 2. We'll see you on the next episode. Take care.